All right, so you want more power on your serve. I totally get it. Power's in, pace is in, keeps your opponent from attacking your serve, gives you an unfair advantage, and just feels really cool to hit a powerful serve, right? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through a simple process that's going to systematically give you more and more power on your serve. So let's just get started right now. All right, you probably know what I'm going to say what step one is, right? Say it with me. The toss. The toss has to be in the right place no matter what you're trying to do. You'll notice pretty much every time this is step one of the process. But for creating power, it's absolutely critical. We don't want the toss to be way too high up in the air because it makes it harder to time. We don't want the toss to be too low because then we don't get full extension. We don't get full leverage. And we want the toss to be right in the zone where we can make contact with the ball powerfully. So make sure you go back to the perfect toss if you have any questions at all about your toss. But step one, make sure your toss is in the right spot. And if you got that, let's go to step two. All right, so we got the toss in the right place. Step two, as my teacher Don Henson once said, who's a master professional, contact. The contact point is everything. Everything else is just window dressing. So we want to make sure that for our flat serve, if you're a righty, that you're at 12:30, full extension, a little bit into the court. If you're hitting the kick serve, a little bit into the court, contact right around 12 o'clock, not quite at full extension. And if you're hitting the slice serve, right around 12:45 to 1 o'clock, full extension, a little bit into the court. And that will allow us to have the foundation for hitting a very powerful serve. So if you got the toss and the contact point right, you're probably already doing really well. But I know you want more power, so let's go to step three. All right, so if you get the toss in the right place and you've got your contact right, you're already ahead of the game. But I know you want more power, and step three is going to give it to you. Step three is understanding throwing mechanics. Okay, so we've all been told, or at least I know you've probably heard me say many times, that hitting a tennis serve is a lot like throwing a ball. And the good news is, it is. But the bad news is there's more than one way to throw a ball. You can throw a ball like a world-famous quarterback like Tom Brady, or you can throw a ball like my sister Linda, which I won't recreate in this video. But you want to understand the proper way to throw a ball effortlessly and powerfully. And that's exactly why I included the Simple Serve 2.0 with this course, so that you can go back and check out the Elite Throwing Mechanics video where I show you step by step how to build an effortlessly powerful, fluid, smooth throwing motion. So make sure you got your Elite Throwing Mechanics down, and if you got that, let's go to the next step and get some more power. All right, so you got the toss, we got the contact point, Elite Throwing Mechanics are there, they're smooth. Let's go to the next step, and that's grip strength. Okay, as guys, most of the people that watch my videos for some reason are guys. I don't know why that is, it just is. And the biggest problem we have is that we tend to, when we want to hit the ball hard, we like white knuckle this grip. We grab it as hard as we can, we gear up to hit a big serve. And it's the exact opposite what we should be doing, which is staying super loose, like you're holding an egg, or like you're holding a feather. You want to stay super loose all the way leading up to contact. And then right as you get to contact, of course, we're going to squeeze the racket a little bit so that we can stabilize the racket head. But if you're on a scale of 1 to 10, think that you're on a 1 or a 2 all the way through your motion leading up into contact. And right as you get to contact, you can squeeze to about a 4 just to stabilize the racket head. So make sure your grip strength is really, really loose. And if you got that, let's go to step 5. All right, so we got all that working. Chances are you're hitting some really powerful serves, but let's go to the next step. And this is really the multiplier, okay? We're talking about the coil. Okay, so if we think about the serve, and we've explained this in the power generator series in the Simple Serve 2.0. So if you want a deeper understanding of that, go back and check out that video. But basically, we want to think about using our legs and our hips efficiently through the serve, okay? Specifically, the tighter the coil, the more potential energy it has. So as we go into the coil, we want to get deep into our knee bend. We want to have our hips rotated away from the court. And generally, we want to be bringing our body as far away from the ball as possible, so that when we release it, when we go up to hit the ball, all of that stored energy explodes into the ball. So make sure your coil is nice and tight. And if you got that, let's go to the next step. All right, so we've got everything working. You're killing the ball now. Let's look at the last step, which is step 6, and that's the coordination. Now, as we know, the serve is the most complex shot in the game, and that's exactly why I created these 2 courses for you, is to make it a lot simpler. And if we look at the coordination, we've got so many moving parts that we want to make sure that all of those parts are moving together in harmony. That's exactly why I created a video series for you on coordination in the Simple Serve 2.0. So go ahead and check out the synchronization video to go through the most powerful coordination drill building exercises that I've ever seen to help put all this together. And if you got that, you're killing the ball. Let's go on to another problem that you might be having.